Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. Friday morning, highly requested video. Someone recently asked me, why do you have 3 budgets? What's a bare bones budget? Let me get started and explain why. Our family has 3 budgets: generous budget, thrifty budget, bare bones budget. Right now we're on the thrifty budget. Due to some changes in my accounts, we slashed over $700 of our monthly expenses a month. I'm feeling really good about it. It allows us more flexibility. The 3 reasons why I feel having 3 budgets is a good idea. And what I mean by that is the lower you can keep your monthly expenses, and this includes everything from food, all your bills, and any extra thing you spend money on, the better. It gives you so much more flexibility. Number 1, you'll have more money for any kind of emergency that comes up, which will hopefully keep you from going into debt or further into debt. For example, if you only have $100 left over after the month, that's great because you're in the positive, you're in the green. But if you have a $400 emergency, well, you can cut some of your expenses, which is great. But if you've spent all your money and that's all you have left, you'd have to go into debt. So you have more money for emergencies. Number 2, it gives you so much more flexibility. Let's say you go from the generous plan where you only have $100 left over and you go to what I call the thrifty plan and now you have $600 left over. Guess what? You can invest that money, you can pay off debt, you can really build your emergency fund. You've got flexibility to decide what you want to do with it. Now, if you go to bare bones and really slash some things, and sometimes I don't always recommend bare bones. I think it's good to try thrifty first, but if you really want to go what I call scorched earth and cut every kind of extra entertainment, any extra spending, no cable TV, pay-as-you-go phone, anything that you can think of that to cut your expenses, you might have $1,000 left over, and imagine what you could do. The good thing about budgets is they're versatile. Let's say for right now you're on the bare bones budget and you're on that because you've got some serious goals. It doesn't mean you have to be bare bones forever. You could switch over to thrifty once you've met some of those goals. Personally, from my opinion, after being on the generous budget, it was wonderful, and yes, we were able to save and do a lot of things with that budget. But now, being with thrifty budget, I really like keeping my monthly expenses lower. Many people spend what they make, and they only have a little bit left over, or they're in the red. I really think it's good, like I said, to keep the monthly expenses lower if you are able to. And I'm going to give you 2 examples of this. I have a friend of mine, and this happened like over 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago. And I remember she was telling me how much her and her husband make. And I said, wow, that must be a real blessing to have that size income. And she said, I know it seems like it is, but to be honest with you, we have a lot of expenses. We spend what we make, and a lot of money goes out of this house. And I thought, just imagine if you made $125,000 a year. And you spent all of it. You don't have anything to show for it. But imagine if you made that kind of income, and guess what? Let's just say you lived off $50,000 of it. Now, that to me would be incredible because you could maybe even retire early. You could really pump up those investments. You could really fix up your home if maybe your home needed repair. You could pump up pay cash for anything, a car, air conditioning system. It gives you so much more flexibility, which I really love. And then I have another friend that I know that they made good money, about $75,000. He was single. He lived off about $30,000 of it, invested the rest, and retired early. So you can see the differences between these. So I really love the flexibility of the different budgets. And I think budgets can be reallocated and looked at. Always ask yourself, this is my question. I always say, how can I make more money? How can I save more money? And I like the marriage of those 2 together. I have to be totally honest with you. I actually miss some of the things that I cut out of our budget. I really do miss Netflix because people will say, have you watched this on Netflix? I miss the satellite radio. I miss the exercise classes I was going to. And I actually miss one of my auto ship products. But saving that money each and every month and being able to put it in savings and build our savings and be able to do things, just starting now to do things for our home that I'm wanting to do, outweighs all those monthly expenses. These other things are more important and give me more value than those other expenses. Let me know what you guys think. Do you have different budgets, like a generous, a thrifty, and a bare bones? Do you ever switch over to some of these? I always love to know your tips and tricks, and other subscribers can learn from you as well. This is Money Mom signing off, and as always, I love you. Have a wonderful Friday. Bye-bye.